Welcome, welcome. Please press like on the bottom right. I'm not getting enough. You know how many likes I'm getting? I get approximately an average of 1 to 2 likes on every single video. Now it shows that I have 330 odd persons, people like me watching me. 300. Out of those 300, I'm getting 10, 15, 20 views, and probably half of them are from, I don't know, Jesus or Mary, I guess, right? Mary. Um, I know when Christopher watches, I know he's always, when he sees one that he likes, he's like, okay, he's picking his word. I know Messer and me, like, we're too busy, right? Like, I can barely watch any of his. And Levette, I can barely watch any of yours. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I barely get to watch anybody's. It's like we're a whole big show of I don't want to say this is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You see this shirt? It didn't come with the red. It didn't come with the yellow or the blue. But I saw the palm trees out there, right? And I was right. I saw all that stuff out there, and I figured I could just add like a little color. So what I want to talk about right now is we all know things that create perfectness. 4 by 9 is 36, the number creation box of 4. Okay? There are 4, 4, 4, and 4 separate corners, 4 separate cubes. In each cube, there's a line with 4 ends to each line and 4 cubes in between those lines, the divisions, 2, 4, 6, 8, the divisions. Whether it's divided like this, and now looked at the 2, 4, 6, 8 world, or what I call low shoe, or it's around the hips this way instead of this way. Anyways, regardless of that fact, let's go back to 9 and 4. 4 times 1 retains its number. Remember, 4 multiplied by 1, 4m1. 9 plus a number retains the same number. So the 9 and the 4 have a reflection, and the 9 and the 1 have a reflection. 9 and 1 become perfect half. 5 as 10. This becomes 5 as 10. This is exactly half. Half retains its number. If half retains its number as 4, then when it is doubled, it is 8. 1 is the division between two sides. This will now be 8. This is the diameter, the greatest diameter, which is 3 by 3 equaling to 9. What number do you choose? 9 and 5 equals to 14. 9 and 7 equals to 16. 9 and 8 equals to 17. 9 and 9 equals to 18. 9 around 9. 2 different angles, both angles working at the same time. 9 on 9, the face. The next thing I wanted to show is this box over here. 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1, 3 and 1. They all have the C energy, and 1, the D power energy, AC/DC, plays inside. They all are equal to this. 3 gets 4, 3 gets 4, 3 gets 4, 3 gets 4. If 3 gets 4, they all get each other, because this is never in the center. Once you have the center of something, the nose, it will project. The 5 area will now project to the next level. And when it projects the 4 area to the next level in the 5 position, it automatically goes to 9. See, this one originally, right? This is 1 and 2, and this one here is 1 and 4. That's 5 and 3 equals to 8. Then goes to 4, which is half. And then we'll go to 9. 8 and 9 come together in their own reflection. Understanding, remember, even though you see 4 worlds, the minute you get 2, all I need is this corner over here. This corner here holds these 2, which holds this 1. If this corner held all of these, or all of these were 1, this one corner would make all of these work and come back here. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because for the flower to grow, it had to start here and go all the way around till it came back here. Anyways, that's not what I'm looking for as an answer. I just wanted to show you that what is the multiple of 3 times 1, 3 times 1, 3 times 1, 3 times 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, leaving what? 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 4 for all, and all for 1. 1 for all and all for 1. 3 and 4, 7. 3 and 4, 7. No. This one, and this one are together. This one's the in-between of these two, put 6 over here. This one is the in-between of these two, put 6 over here. This is not 4 separate. This is 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. These two get this one connects. These two gets this one connects. This connects to 3, connects to 1. This will be 9 and 3, the reason for Saturn. What is this? The way the cubes come together. 1, 2 cubes here, this cube. You see we have a set of 2 here, we have a set of 2 here. This cube connects these two sets together. We go down, we go up, we go down. Now if you can see the pen mark rotation, it goes down, it makes the pyramid, it goes up and goes down. This is the 9 positions that's missing. The minute I put this 9 position in, the jawbone of the fish connects. It is the top above the water or it is below the water. We need 3 areas. Then over here, here's the other corner. Do you see this over here? What happens is we're gonna paint this a little bit. We're gonna have to paint this one up a little bit. What happens in the reality is here's your complete square, right? But this 9 position does not come into play. Okay? This 9 position doesn't come into play. We're gonna show you what comes into play. We're gonna have this one here, and we're gonna piggyback it. You ever go piggyback riding? We're going to have to piggyback because I haven't had any piggyback in my work lately. And we're going to go and piggyback it with this one over here. And we're going to piggyback blue and red. You know, like those glider planes that have no power, right? Like the word. If I tell you a story, my story has no power until you put it to work. So these two piggyback each other. And then this one, the number 5 area, with 1 missing, okay? The number 5 area with 1 missing will now be piggybacked by the wings. And this is where the wings will come in. Okay? And now what we have to understand is the 9 position. That 9 position berth is right over here. And that 9 position, here's your 4th corner, right? Here's your first 4. Here's your next 4. Here's your next 4. This piece has now joined all these worlds together. And your last 4 would be piggybacked right over here. And this is your 9 position. And your 9 position shows you 1 and 1 over, this is all the 9 position, right? But this is the ABCD of the 9 position. 9 ABCD. 3, 8, 3, 3, ABCD, 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 ABCD. This one has a number in all 3 of them. They're all locked together. Then this one over here we finish, and we finish with yellow again. See the way the pyramid up? And this would be your fleur-de-lis, one of the reasons for the fleur-de-lis. And sometimes, and not all the time, there's many ways to do it, okay? But when you have to come up right underneath here, okay? And then you have to come to this side over here. You come to the side of each one of their own, like that, because their own bubbles, right? Their own worlds, right? And then you have to take this and bring it to here. And voila. So if you envelope this properly, right? If you take this properly, this design, we're going to do it one more time. We're going to do it one more time. And then we did that, and then we're going to do it one more time. And you see the way it's a C, right? And then we're going to do it one more time. And in all reality, this is now the E. 2 portions create C. 3 portions create E because the middle part is right here in between the 2 sides. So since it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4 squares and a piece. 4 and a half, 4 and a half. Creation of the center sun. Center sun right here. The center sun. 1 and a half and 1 and a half. It's an eye for an eye. At the same time, it's like an elbow. Now over here, see, we're going to bring this. And at the same time, I'm going to explain something else. This design over here, the 4th cube 9 over here, if I was to design this, I'm going to get back to this, but if I was to redesign this piggyback sign over here, and I was just to create this, I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to say, let's just forget about this position over here. This position has to be filled. Here's the 1 position, here's the 3 position, here's the 7. The 9 is missing. Well, what if I fill in this position 3 here? There's another 3 over here. There's 1, 2, 3. 1 here, 2 here, 3. There are 4 3s in here. There is 4 times 3. 1 is on the inside. And then again, there is 5 times 3 in this. And 1 left over. This corner left over is the 1 corner. Now what I do with this next is I'm going to put another square over here. Then I'm going to put another square over here and another square over here. And in this corner over here, these will all become 1s. And now they're all going to be piggybacked all the way around. And voila. Same design. Same design. One side. One side, one side, one side, right? One side, right? One side of the club. Can it be? Or does he have blue eyes? Is this one side of the club? Blue-eyed lady, ocean lady. Yeah. Blue eyes, right. Nice. Maybe a little green, right? Maybe a little green in there. Nice eyes. Does he have any color? Does he have any way to see? Wow. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now this needs an envelope. I mean, you can't go out to the ball without an envelope. So you need a hat. So we're going to get a nice hat or a bigger dog, right? You ever think of dinosaurs and reptilians, right? Well, how would you think if we were the receiving light of the reptilian family? The snake is inside of us, the feeder of our organs. And now we're going to end up, and it's going to be 2 spoons, right? Going to make a nice spoon up there, right? And you know how we close that off? You know how you close that off in order to close this off? You ever see that closed off? You ever see this and this? You don't know how to close this off? The end of the heart, in which everybody sees like this, the end of the heart, which everybody sees like that, is actually closed off like this. It springs open and shut, and this moves with it, opening and keeping everything clear. So once you're finished with all this, you can now understand how the spade makes everything work so perfectly. What a beautiful envelope for that spade. Where is that 4-leaf clover? I don't know. I don't know where that 4-leaf clover is. We might have lost it somewhere. Wow. Too bad. Too bad. What do you mean too bad? It's not too bad. It's sad. It's sad. The vibration is lost in between the vibrating fan, right? Inside that vibrating fan into a long world, right? They went a far, far away, far, far away. Far away, right? They ran down the junction line. Run down the junction line, the heart, the veins of the planets. Do you know Pluto is number 84? 84 and 84 is 168. All the hours in the week, 168. Pluto. Add another 80. Pluto 80, 80, 80 is 240. Plus 14 is 252, 252. It's the B world. You remember I was telling you about 420 before? The reason why it's 420 is because this is 4, 4, 4, 4. It's 20, 20, 20, 20. 1, okay, I'm going to show you. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, every square is worth 5. 5, 10, 15, and 5, 20. 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 Right? No, let's reverse it now. Okay? 4 times 20 equals 80. In French, they say 80. 80, right? Quatre vingt says 4 times 20. 420. The reality is, in French, they're actually saying 80. 426 says 10-4 communication. This is 420. The center is 20. 1 and 9, 10. Plus the 5. It says, in language, this says I know and I have in French. It says I have and I know. Right here, it says je sais. Means I know. I know and I am. So here's the end of that part of that spade. And then you have to understand that because of the checkered lines, the army stripes, the way the corners come together, we have to now reset for these stripes over here. Right? Let me get just, I like the darker pencil. I like that darker pencil, and I rather split the two sides like this. But nobody really sees that when you're playing cards, right? But you do see this when you're playing cards. You see it in the games because every card, if you go to play bridge, that club is going to tell you something different. That spade is going to be the top of the gang. That club will be the bottom of the gang. The heart will be second to last. Why will the heart be second to last? You tell me. Here's your heart right here. Enveloped by a greater heart. Right? Would you say, would you want to, let's look at this. Can we look at this for 2 seconds? You know I always change my mind, right? I always change my mind. 2 seconds, right? We're going to do that. And we're going to do this. Okay, now, if the center was the donut hole, the dog would be right there, right? Falling out of the sky or falling into the lake. The cat would be on the donut, scratching to see for the information. She'll bury it into the earth. A cat will drink from the toilet. Knowing that water is information, she drinks from the toilet. The pipelines and the energy and the electric, she knows. My spade gets another arm. The question is, what is the U-turn, right? We're not going to look at that. I'm going to take this, and we're going to bring a little bit of red inside of here. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody knows I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I'm playing. I enjoy the playing. And where do I get all these ideas? Well, it's from you, all the scientists, all the people out there that fool around doing things, right? You make me think. How do you think comedians are so funny? Because it's the nerds and the stupid things people do are so funny, right? And it's the smart things that people do that are so funny, right? Things that stand out. Now, at the same time, we notice this, there's more. There's another area over here, and there's another area over here, and there's another area over here. This is the nose, this is the tail, right? Maybe that's the B. What about this one, right? And that would have to be finished off with pink, blue. Is this the train track style, right? You know the sweeper or the mustache in front of the train track? Wouldn't that be right here? Would that be it? The sweeper of the train track? And this is the mustache part, right? You ever see number 5 and number 2? Here's number 5, right? And here's number 2. Here's number 5, and here's number 2. Here's number 5, and here's number 2. Their reflection of each other is a heart symbol. It also represents 3/4 and Pac-Man. 320 degrees. 10 times 10 is 100, 420 degrees. Where did that come from all of a sudden? I was just thinking of something else, and it just popped into my head, so I can't really exactly tell you, but I will. I will tell you the quick story. Is that 160 degrees and 160 degrees is 1 and 6 on the dice. It's the reverse of 19. It's the reverse of the intelligence. It's the passage of the light that brings within the knowledge. 1 6 and 1 6 is 320, equaling to 40. 160 minus 135 is 25. 1/4, 0.25. 160 plus 20. One is a 20 part, one is a 25 part. The 5 is the center. The center of what? The center of 1 and 9, the center of 3 and 7 is 20. 5 is in the center. It also connects letters, and I'm not going to start connecting letters. 420 is the 9 lives of the cat. The 9 lives of the cat comes in when 4 meets 1 and 2 meets 1. 404, 202. And everybody knows 404, 202. Everybody knows the big X on the face. Everybody knows Rubik's Cube. Everybody sees the designs of things we play with because we play with them because they're perfection. We're only playing with the truth. We're only playing with the truth of the reality. I could never do any art. I don't even know what you call that, right? But it's not my truth. It's everybody else's truth. The design is what I see in everybody else. That's the only thing that makes me stand out in this situation. But it's everybody's looking at the left side of the story. Everybody's looking at the right side of the story. Everybody's looking at the whole story. 2 hands and a face, a divided mouth, standing on his fishtail, thinking which way. And the arrow says, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I think it's going to be down this road. Which road? Down this road. The fishing tail down the road.